Peace, peace, good people. Baldhead Hereford here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hope that you do choose to subscribe and stay. And if you are returning, welcome back, okay? I appreciate each and every last one of you who visit my channel, okay? So coming on to give you guys a reading. This reading will be based on the energy of the moon in Taurus because we have arrived, okay? That super moon in Taurus will be sliding on in. It may already be full and potent in some places, and for some places it's going to come into fulfillment very soon, but nevertheless we can still feel the energy of that Taurus moon right now, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a reading. Hopefully I will be able to cover all grounds of the zodiac with this reading, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome in the sweet, sweet spirit of love, light, happiness, wholeness, harmony. Show me what it is that the collective that will soon be here to view this reading needs to know. I will go ahead and hold on to this. Thank you, sweet spirit, for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about a message for the collective that will soon be here. Ashe. So far, the Ace of Pentacles and the Death card has come out. The full moon is all about the death of something, releasing things, allowing things to flow and go, right? Because something is no longer serving you, right? The Ace of Pentacles, new venture, okay? That's what came out first, okay? The Ace of Pentacles, being gifted with material force, being gifted with prosperity, possibly even being gifted with some type of new practice, right? Some type of elevated practicality has been bestowed upon you. See, the Ace of Pentacles is a gift, right? That's a gift. That's a gift from the cosmos, okay? A gift from your spirit guides, a gift from the universe, whomever you like to say, gives you your gifts, right? But that's a gift. That's it. The Ace of Pentacles isn't something that you worked for. It's something that you were blessed with. You were given this opportunity, right? And most of the times it does come in the form of a new venture. Now, most times when you are handed this, something has to die. Something has to be let go so something else can replace it. Okay, that's why the Death card is here. Something has to be transmuted. Okay. And many times it's just people, places, and things that don't serve you anymore, okay? With this full moon in Taurus, it's going to be different for you based on where your Taurus is. But I can tell you this, for those of you who are moon in Taurus people, because I feel like this energy that we're under, this super moon, is going to impact you the most. There is something or someone that is in your life that is no longer serving you, or there is a behavior or a pattern that is no longer serving you. Matter of fact, it's probably affecting your self-esteem. Something has been coming down the pipeline that has probably been trying to usher it out of your life. It could just be your way of thinking. It could be, as I just mentioned, a pattern or a behavior, okay? It could be someone. And what this full moon is trying to get you to do is release something that is blocking some type of awakening. It's blocking you from seeing what needs to be released. Okay. Again, that could be a person, a relationship, a mindset, a pattern of behavior. Okay. So it's like you're being blessed, but something has to die. You're being blessed with something that's going to lead you to an awakening, but something has to be let go. Something has to be transformed, transmuted, transcended. Now, each of you who are resonating with this message thus far, you know exactly who or what that thing is. Whatever you do, you don't want to be disobedient to your own soul, to your own spirit, because if you don't allow things to sloth away, to fall off, many times you have to go into another cycle with that thing, and you can't cut it off then. You got to wait until it's almost like you got to wait till another train comes, right? You have to wait until another opportunity comes, another shift comes. And many of you are in very unhappy, unhealthy situations, be it your own mindset, be it a relationship, be it a behavior. It's something that you really need to release right now. You don't have time to wait. So this thus far is really good. It's almost like you're already being given the award or the reward, or at least you know what the reward is. But you got to do this first. Now, even though this came out first and then the death card, I hear spirit loud and clear. This is the reward, but you're only going to get to touch this once this is done. Now, many of you may have already done this. So this order is correct for you. This order is correct, right? You got some type of opportunity to do something new, to unfold something that brought about some type of prosperous feeling, some type of abundance, something that reset your self-esteem, okay? Something that reset how you felt and feel about yourself, okay? Some of you are right in the middle of a transformation. Now, many of you are probably, I feel like many of you are well off. I don't think I'm talking to broke down, dusted, and disgusted, financially broke Taurus Moon people. Many of you, no matter where your sun is, Taurus Moon people are normally pretty stable in their possessions. So this isn't about your money. Okay. Now, for Taurus Sun people, this may be about your money. This may be about your possessions. This full moon may be telling you to release something that is stopping your coins. Okay. Or to begin something that will bring in the coins. Either way, it is something that still needs to be transmuted, transcended, transformed. Okay. So place this energy where it belongs. There is an awakening happening with the Taurus collective period because of this moon phase. Okay. So let's pull a few more cards. Show me more. Show me clearly. I'll show you. I will say that you Moon and Taurus people, you do have a tendency to stay in situations, stay with people, and stay in places too long. And you overextend and overexert yourselves. I don't read reversals, you guys, unless I am completely guided to, okay? But yeah, you sometimes you guys will stay in situations way too long, okay? In unhappy love affairs, in unhappy marriages, in unhappy entanglements, you just stay too long because of your need for security, okay? And your resistance to change, because as a Taurus, whether it's in the sun or the moon, it is still a very stubborn sign. It is still a very stubborn energy. So it really will stay in situations even though there's no more service there. There's no reciprocity there, okay? There's no security there, okay? And then when that happens, you tend to shut yourself off from new experiences, okay? You tend to set yourself off from new experiences, and then you settle for whatever this thing is, or that place is, or that person is that's no longer even serving you. So this is really important for you Moon and Taurus people, okay? Because again, I feel like this isn't pertaining to your money. This is pertaining to you being in a situation that is just unfulfilling. But again, the universe is coming through and saying, look, I want to give you this, but you got to leave that alone. I want to give you this, but you have to let me take that away from you. Many of you are going through an awakening. You're going through an awakening. Let me pull one more card, because the Five of Swords has come out and the Ten of Swords. Listen, there's a lot of inner controversy. Okay. And I say inner first, but the inner controversy, as I mentioned earlier, when I said it's affecting your self-esteem, the inner controversy is affecting your outer, and there's controversy out there too. So many of you are in situations where, you know, beyond the shadow of a doubt that this person that you are with okay, or this entanglement that you're involved in, that marriage that you refuse to leave, that relationship that's hanging on by a thread, you already know that it is unhealthy. You already know that it is unfulfilling. You haven't been satisfied in that in a while. Even if you're single and you're just, got a couple over here and a couple over there. That's not what you really want to be doing. But that's that behavior that I'm talking about. That's that pattern of behavior that I'm speaking of, that many of you settle for just to say, I got a man. And in our reality, you don't. Or just to say, at least I got a woman, or at least I got a female friend. No, that's not security. That's you overextending yourself and allowing yourself to be, it's almost like you don't know your worth. So you're allowing yourself to be used just for the sake of convincing yourself that there's some type of security in that, and there's no security in it at all. And yes, I'm still talking to those of you who are in the marriage. Some of you that are in your marriages are not secure. And you deserve better, because I feel like I'm speaking to a collective of Moon Taurus people who, you're doing all the giving. You're doing all the changing. You're doing all of the things that need to be done. You are the one that's trying to hold it together. You're the one that's trying to make it work. Whoever you are with, and hopefully they'll come out. Hopefully they'll come out in this reading, but it doesn't matter even if they don't. You already know who they are. Some changes just have to be made. Okay, some changes just have to be made. And if they don't, you're going to feel moderate, because I believe if you don't make the change, if you don't stand up for yourself, if you don't call your power back to you, and if you don't take a healthy possession over yourself, you're going to bottom out in this situation. Okay? And then that's that victim mentality. And I don't condone or feel sorry for people who go into that victim mentality, because I feel like the universe has probably been giving you signs to let go of something, release something, don't involve yourself with this person anymore. Stop going there. Stop. Like, the universe gives us so many signs and synchronicities, and we refuse to listen. Okay, we refuse to listen. And for those of you who have that moon in Taurus, that's one of your biggest fallbacks or setbacks. Not listening to that intuition, not listening to that gut instinct. Not a little bit of it has something to do with you trying to control the narrative, but your narrative is an illusion, because there really is no narrative. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, this need for security, but what you have isn't secure. Okay, what you have isn't secure. So the universe is trying to usher in a new experience, but you have to be willing to do your part. Exactly. 6 of Wands. You have to be willing to, the universe is like it's a give-take relationship. Okay, or give and receive. Okay, I say give and receive. Oh, that's the same thing. But you know what I mean. It's a you do this and the universe will do that. And it's a constant flow. It's a constant flow. But you have to tune in. You have to tune in to what's being said to you. And if you shut off or you block off your intuition, if you continue to put yourself in situations where you no longer trust yourself, you don't trust your own whisper, you don't trust your own inner knowing, then pretty much you put yourself in a situation where you can't evolve, you can't grow, you can't elevate. And it's nobody's fault but yours. But again, many of you will go into that victim mentality and you will blame your partner. You will blame the person. But no, the person is just there to bring you a lesson. And some of you have been in this lesson for a long time. And the lesson, you've been done got the lesson. But now you're just in this repeat. You're in this loop because even though you got the lesson, you didn't take any action. Okay. Now the 6 of Wands, I'm really glad this came out because this is an indication that if you just follow through with what your guides are trying to guide you to, you will be very triumphant. Maybe some of you are holding on to this unhealthy behavior, unhealthy relationship, unhealthy mindset, whatever it is, place the energy where it belongs. Maybe many of you are holding on to that because it is now a crutch. It has become a crutch. It's your comforter. It's like a pacifier. You tell yourself that you can't do something, and that's your reason that you can't do it. Right? Sometimes our excuses become comforters. And we have fed ourselves these things over and over and over for so long that, we really begin to believe them. Right? We really begin to believe these things. All right, Moon in Capricorn. I'm sorry. Moon in Taurus. People. Now, really quickly, for those of you who may have other sun signs, like I am feeling a plethora of air energy. Okay. Many of you who may have the moon in Taurus, I believe that you are lacking the ability right now almost like you can't resolve something. It's like not having the ability to resolve. That's just the word I'm getting. You can't resolve something. So that go say, so the Five of Swords, we know that's about controversy. That's about dishonor and a lot of back and forth, and somebody is saying some things that they're going to regret. Like your tongue is a sword. So I could be speaking to some Libra, Gemini, Aquarius people, and you may have your moon in Taurus, and there just could be so much argument going on, or so much lack of respect for your partner, that there is no way to resolve what's going on. So it's almost like this full moon may be telling y'all, hey, let it go. There is no fixing it. There is no coming back from the things that you all have said to one another, or there is no forgiving you because you done went too far with something that you've said, or maybe your partner has went too far with something they've said, and it ain't no coming back from it. Like somebody was hitting below the belt. Right? Somebody sucker punched the other person in the gut with some words. You did it verbally. Okay, you did it verbally. So again, if you are an air sign, I'm feeling your energy here. Okay, 3 of your cards are out here: Page of Swords, 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords. These cards are very indicative of terrible communication. Terrible communication. But what is this full moon trying to get you to do? What is it saying to you, air sign? I believe that you've probably been in a relationship with someone, and there's a lot of intellectual power struggles coming from you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, coming from you. Okay. I'm not feeling the energy of fire right now, but I'm going to pull more cards. So if fire comes out, I will speak on that. Okay. But mainly air signs and all moon in Taurus. Okay. Show me more and show me clearly. And you air sign people, you may or may not have a moon in Taurus. Okay, you may or may not. What I just said may resonate with you on a soul level, whether you have moon in Taurus or not. Okay, the 5 of Cups is here. I think this is coming right off of what I just said about you air sign people, but it could resonate with anybody that has this moon in Taurus. But the 5 of Cups speaks solely about loss. Okay, bereavement, regret, crying over the spilled milk. The moon in Taurus people, those of you who have that moon in Taurus, I believe that is you. I believe that it is definitely talking to you guys, because what you're doing is trying to put some puzzle pieces together, and you don't have all the pieces anymore because that other person is just not where you're supposed to be. Okay. I believe, as I mentioned earlier, I said you're the one that's trying to fix it. You're the one that's trying to hold it together. You're the one that's trying to make it seem like it's all good, and it's not. Whether it's your behavior, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a situationship, whether it's an entanglement, wherever this energy fits in your life, it's not okay. And you know it's not okay. But you are already in this. It's like you don't want to be alone. So you're willing to take pieces of a person. You're willing to be okay and accept pieces of a person, even though you know you're worth so much more. Okay. So work on that, Moon in Taurus. Work on that. And whoever's resonating, whether you're Moon in Taurus or not, if what I just said struck you, if it triggered you, fix that. Because you don't have to get up. Because many times when the Five of Cups appears in a reading, many times you are giving so much attention to what is no longer available to you, what no longer serves you, what you should no longer even be focused on, that you don't even realize that there are things behind you. A full table is set up, a buffet of other options, a buffet of other opportunities. Other things are already made available to you, Ace of Pentacles. But you can't get your head out of the ass of the person who hurt you. You can't seem to get yourself away. You know that song by Tupac, and so much pressure in the air, and I can't get away. I'm not happy here. Now, that might have been an older song, but I know Tupac remade it, I believe. But that's what's going on. You know you're unhappy with your actions. You know that you're unhappy with where you're at, who you're with. You don't get what you need from it. You don't get the attention. You don't get the confirmation and the gratification that a mate should give their mate, right? You don't get that from the person that you're with. But you are afraid to be alone, so you're staying and welcoming these bits and pieces of attention that the person gives you. And it's messing with your self-esteem. Okay? It's messing with your self-esteem. Now, listen, I know that I have said a lot, and I am not trying to, I know you know that I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I know sometimes my readings can go deep, and I know that it can feel like my finger is just in your womb, and I'm just sticking it in there. But let me tell you something, and I was about to say that that's not what I'm doing, but guess what? Yes, that is what I'm doing. If that's the way that you have to be awakened, so you can understand who you are and what you deserve, then that's what I'm willing to do via this reading. If me causing you emotional distress because I am calling out a truth, because I am pointing out the obvious, if that puts you in a hanged man position, so you can see things differently, so you can see things clearly, so you can have a new perspective, a new perception of what you're doing. If that helps you gain clarity so you can move forward and elevate past this situation, then I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to keep sticking my finger in your wounds because I want you to wake up. I want you to understand that there are new things that are trying to be made available to you. The universe is trying to usher in some type of new venture. Okay? But you got to let something die. You got to let something deaden and be willing to have a mental funeral for it and not continue to because I feel like I'm speaking to the type of Moon and Taurus people for sure that maybe you have throughout the journey of this situation, whatever your situation is. You've probably let it go. Then you go back and get it again. So, example, you may have bouts and moments where you're trying to practice abstinence, and then you'll get on back out there and, and just start giving yourself away to several different people, knowing that you feel gross afterwards, but you fed your flesh and you felt like it gave you a little security. For those of you who are in those unhealthy relationships, you will, maybe y'all will break up, and then they'll call and whisper the sweet nothings, and you let them come back. Okay. So it's that type of game that you are allowing people to play with you, and that you're playing with yourself. Your integrity is on the line. Every time you say yes to somebody that you should say no to, bits and pieces of your integrity crumbles away. Okay. And it's not their fault. It's yours. You got to keep in mind that many times when people show you who they are, and you keep them in your life, shame on you. No longer shame on them. Because see, they've showed you their hand. They've showed you their card. But you continue to play the game. So at this point, now they've just become your lessons, your teachers. They've become some very, and I'm talking about some harsh lessons come with these type of people if you don't let them go once they show you who they are. Okay. The Hanged Man is here. The Hanged Man is here. I meant to say the Justice card is here. So Libra energy is here. Scorpio energy is here. Libra energy is here. And Hanged Man for me is representative of Pisces. Okay. So listen. Those could be the signs of your people, or they just could be, okay, and the Empress is here. So Libra and now Taurus has entered the chat. But, yeah, these could be the zodiac signs of your person, or these could be your signs. You could be a Libra sun with a Taurus moon. You could be a Pisces sun with a Taurus moon. You could be a, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. Okay, so place the energy where it belongs, if it belongs. You could be a Scorpio. I might have already said that. I'm repeating myself. But now that the Empress has come out, I do know that there is no choice in the matter. You're going to have to allow this emergence to happen. Okay, it is an emergency that you allow this rebirthing to take place. Okay, I do believe that whether you say yes to this release or it's just jerked away, either way, it's getting ready to leave. And I'm going to need you to buckle up, because many of you are not going to be prepared for the way the universe is going to jerk this situation out of your life, whether it's a behavior. Okay, because the universe definitely has a way of jerking behaviors out of your life when it wants to see you elevate. See, the universe elevates us too. Yes, we can be extremely tapped in, tuned in, turned on, and connected, and we allow ourselves to evolve and elevate. And sometimes the universe looks down at us and shakes its head and says, let me just go ahead and do what I got to do because this person is stuck. I am talking to some of you Moon and Taurus people that may be stuck. So the universe is having to give you a little boost. And that boost may come by way of removing a behavior in a very harsh way. Okay. It could come by way of your person just leaving you. Okay. Or you finding out the person's cheating, or maybe the person says something so diabolical that it just splits you in half. And maybe that's the very thing that needs to be said to make you walk away. Either way, because you have not adapted to what the universe is telling you, now the message is probably going to come in very harsh like. So you're going to have to buckle up. All of this to put you back in alignment with yourself, though, whether you're the Empress or the Emperor. Now, the Emperor card did not come out, but because the Empress card to me is just the divine feminine side of the Emperor, just like the Emperor is the divine masculine side of the Empress. So when I see the Empress, I always welcome in the Emperor energy too, because I know I have male and female followers. Okay. The rebirth that has to take place to get you back in alignment, to get you back on your creative force, to get you back in emotional alignment, to get you back in a strong mental space. Okay. And to get you back in alignment with your material. And the material doesn't always mean money. When we're talking about the material, your body is your material. Okay. Especially because we're talking about the Taurus moon, and the Ace of Pentacles is representative of earth energy. Okay, so we're talking about earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So it's a material that deals with the body. It's a material that deals with your physical environment. It's a material that deals with your possessions. Yes, it does deal with your money as well, but it's not just money. A lot of times people want to see this Ace of Pentacles and just, throw out there that it's about your money, but it's bigger than that. It's dealing with all things Taurus for sure. Okay, all things Taurus, but definitely all things earth. Okay, all things earth, things that you can touch, feel. Okay, things that you can hold, tangible items, and that includes your body. That includes your physical environment, your home. So what this is letting me know too, now that I said that, many of you are going to have to clean house. I believe that this energy is in your home. It's in your home. Your home isn't happy. And earlier when I said that many of you, especially you Moon Taurus people, you don't, most of y'all just be very, well off with your money. You don't have issues with your money. Matter of fact, you probably got more money than the average person. So maybe, you probably are the kind of, if you're a woman, you're the kind of person that spends your money on a man, even though he doesn't be worth it. You probably have a very nice home or a nice vehicle. So you let him drive your car. You let him come into your home. You let him move in. So it's that type of stuff that's happening. So as I just said, this is affecting your home. You may have these energies, these unworthy, unappreciative energies in your home space. Okay? Living with you. I can clearly see that you have allowed them to possibly lower your self-esteem, because for some of you, it may be some of the things that they've said. As I mentioned with the air element people, that some type of conversation is taking place that was just sinister. Some of the shit that y'all was saying to each other was just awful. But for some of you, it's not what this person has said. It's what they don't do. They don't show you the same level of love and like and attention that you show them. Yet you are overextending yourself to them and overextending your possessions to them. Okay. But yeah, it's time for you to get back in alignment. Your integrity is at stake. For those of you who have a behavior that is causing friction and turbulence, listen. I think, well, I ain't gonna say that, because I was gonna say I feel like that's probably people. Those of you who are looping in a behavior, I was about to say that's probably worse than those of you who are in the unhealthy relationship. But it's really all the same, because you're looping in that behavior for the same reason that people are staying in unhealthy relationships. It's offering some type of security. That's your delusional answer. You tell yourself that you're okay with this behavior, but in our reality, you're not. What you're seeking is stability in a relationship. And it's balanced. It's positive. It's another word that's on the tip of my tongue. That's why I keep stopping. It's comfortable. You're wanting a comfortable, committed, supportive relationship. And you feel like if you share your possessions with these people who aren't giving you this type of relationship, you feel like that by devoting and sharing your home and possessions and pleasures with them, that will make them. But in our reality, they're just using you for it. You want devotion. You can't buy it, though. I think that you are giving money, your body, sharing your home and your possessions in return for devotion, and you're not getting it. You're afraid to leave them because you don't want to be alone. You're afraid to stop that behavior that makes you feel secure for the moment that you're with them because you don't want to be alone. You're staying in a toxic, unhealthy, unsupportive relationship because you don't want to be alone. That's what this is all about. This full moon needs you to kill that mindset, kill that behavior, kill that relationship. There has to be a transformation. What are you trying to be transformed into? What are you trying to become? The Empress, the Emperor. Someone who's aware of their value. Someone who knows who they are. Someone who's not going to settle for less. Matter of fact, you are trying to be elevated into the type of energy that causes some type of change in a person when they meet you. Right now, I believe that you're running into people or you're with someone and I hate to say this because I don't want to sound like I'm definitely not being facetious, but I'm not picking on you when I say this. I need you to understand what I'm saying so you can fix it, so you can address it. The type of people that you are attracting right now until you get your integrity in order and get back in your emperor and empress mode. The type of people that you have been meeting see you as weak, even though you got all these materials and you got all these things that you can share with them. They still see you as weak within your own soul, weak within your own being. And they've done nothing but made you weaker by not giving you what you want after you give them all this stuff, all this time, all this attention, all your possessions, and you get nothing in return. You don't get the devotion. You don't get the security. You don't get the commitment. And all of that has just worn on you. And that self-esteem needs to be replenished now. But it can't be until you release the very things that decreased it. Okay. I hope that this reading was helpful. I hope that this is the position that you're in. I hope that everything that I just said resonated with you, even if it triggered you. It was all out of love. Okay, it was all out of love. If it resonated with you, right, it was all out of love. If this did not resonate, don't try to make it fit. You know if this is your reading because you probably did become triggered. Okay, but this is the position that I hope that you are in, because this is where you're going to see your truth. This is where you're going to see your truth. And guess what? Your truth is going to set you free. Okay. All right, good people. Thanks for watching. Again, I hope that it resonated with you. Peace.